Hello and welcome everybody who's to the stream. My name is Kismet. If you're just joining into the stream, I'm one of the longest leader and founder of one of the longest running gaming guilds, Kismet, Ring of Destiny. Might as well just do my intro again. And we're getting started here. We're getting started on the stream. We're going to be talking about TwitchCon tonight, and we're also going to be talking a bit about feedback, your guys' feedback. I'm going to be looking for it here in the stream. But I want to say thank you to all of you with a little bit of... There we go. There we go. A little bit of applause for you guys getting me to TwitchCon. Now, here's the thing about TwitchCon. Let's go right into TwitchCon. Here's the thing about TwitchCon. You know, I'm a bit of an older guy, right? When people look at me, they go, who is this old guy, right? Because I'm not a young 20-year-old kid. I'm not no, 20-year-old, genius pro gamer. And I'm not, a young, good-looking girl with their boobs hanging out. I'm not that. I'm not that guy. I'm not that girl, right? I'm me. I'm who I am, and I don't... It's taken me long enough to enjoy who I am, let alone try to be somebody else. So I'm going to just be me. And that's how people realize it. Now, some people look at me and go, what's this old guy doing there, right? And then some people will be like, oh, we don't really care who you are. We don't care what background you're from. You love games. We're with you, right? And that's the way TwitchCon is. Doesn't matter who you are, what background you are, what you're doing. None of that. It basically, everybody there was like the coolest as they could be, right? Everybody there loved gaming, and it doesn't matter whether you were a small streamer like me. You know, I don't have 2 million followers, right? Like some of these people do. And, even the big people who have, 100,000, 500,000 might be making, the big bucks doing this and do it for a living. They were still nice enough to take a minute, say hello, how you doing? Real personable. I thought every single person there was really, really nice, right? It didn't go to their head that, hey, you know what, I'm a big streamer and, I can't be around all you lower people, right? That's when you're going in the wrong direction. When you treat people like they're beneath you. I don't like anybody like that. If somebody starts to do that to somebody else, they're instantly off my list. They're instantly on my list. And there's Fabian! Hey, what's up? Thanks for hanging out, Fabian. Oh my gosh, are we going to have a fun time tonight? Now again, it's going to be a little bit different tonight. We're going to talk about TwitchCon. We're going to talk about some feedback from you guys as well. I'm going to make myself get a little bigger. Wow! Wow! Oh my gosh. Make myself a little bit bigger in the corner so we can connect here. We can connect straight away. So you can see I'm wearing my Kismet t-shirt, which I wore around there. And I had the Kismet necklace on, which I only have. I have a bunch of them that I brought, and I gave most of them away. There's only one left, and it actually goes to one of my original supporters. I'm not going to say who, because your care packages are going to be going out this week, and somebody going to get it in their care package. And you guys probably already know who it's going to be, right? One of my original supporters. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. Now watch out in the chat. Looks like somebody, Finnish Army, got botted there. Watch out, Nightbot, gonna get you, bro. We call him the Salt Bot because he will get you. Though he is doing his job because you're probably throwing a link in there. I can tell because he says he timed you out because you're posting links. Buddy, check the chat rules down below. Always good to check people's chat rules, by the way, when you go into their stream. Now I have the best looking chat rules around. I mean, mine's awesome. You got to go down there and check out that stream info down below. I revamped that. It took me 20 hours because I do all my own graphics. So check it out down there. Make sure to check those chat rules before throwing links in the chat. I do appreciate it. Kismet is so hyped. I'm actually taking it down a notch. I am actually dialing it back. This is Kismet dialed back. That's how jazzed I am today. I'm like goosebumped, pumped, ready to go. For all of that. So I got to dial it back, though. Otherwise, I'll just be yelling to you guys' ears all night long. Got to dial it back. But I had a fantastic time. I can't tell you what a difference it is to have that kind of feeling, right? When you go there, and I'm not the kind of pushy guy that goes up and like walks up into people's conversations, right? I think it's a little rude. The way I like to start a conversation is I'm just sitting on a bench and somebody come down and sit down. And I'll see that they're not talking to anybody. And I'll say, hi, how you doing? And they'll go, hey, I'm doing okay. And then I'll say, are you a streamer? Are you a follower? Or, you're just here to see your favorite streamers or whatever. And I had so many of those conversations. I had conversations with people just waiting in line to go in. People walk up and they'd say, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing great. They didn't look at me like, hey, who's this old guy? They didn't look at me like, hey, you're this geek gamer, right? They didn't look at me like that because you're around people who love the thing that you love as well. And that's why the Twitch community is probably the best social media community anywhere. The toxicity level of it is incredibly low. If you think about it, if you go to YouTube, by the way, I'm not a big YouTuber. I mean, I'm a smaller YouTuber. I mean, I'd love to be a big YouTuber. That'd be fantastic. But you know, that comments over there are toxic like nobody's business, right? And you have a few trolls here on Twitch from time to time. But in general, the Twitch community is incredible. Everybody who was just a person who was there to see their favorite streamer was super nice. Everybody who was there who was just the little small streamers like me and a lot of other people were just there to say, hey, you know what? I want to learn something. I want to be better streamer. I want to, you know, maybe meet my favorite streamers as well. I wanted to meet Swifty. I totally missed him. I totally missed him. I was so bummed because I was driving back to my hotel and I looked down and I see a tweet and I see Swifty. Right? I mean, I must have literally walked past him. He was right out the doors where I was kind of walking out of the conference center, and he was right out the doors there. If I'd gone right instead of down the escalator, I would have seen him. Oh, so frustrating. But that's okay. I'll catch him another time. I'll catch him another time. We need the Kiz caps you showed on Twitter. Oh, you want me to get them? Hold on. Let me go stealth point. No, you want me to see it? Boom. Right? Bet you didn't know I had a stealth boy, did you? Well, at least some of you don't. Watch this. I'm the only one on Twitch that has a stealth boy. Here we go. All right. All right, let's turn this back off again. I'm bouncing into stuff here. Boom, I'm back just like that. I'm the quickest AFKer there is. So here they are, the Kiz caps. Now, I got a lot of compliments on it. I hate business cards. I've been a graphic designer 25 years. I hate business cards. They're boring. At least most of them are boring. Some of them are really nice. There's a few of people that gave me some really nice ones. But most of them, I'm sorry, I'm being honest, they're boring. But what's not boring? Bottle caps. That's right. The Kismet. Let me turn it up the right way. The Kismet bottle caps. So I handed these out. When anybody would say, "You got a business card?" I'd say, like, "Nah, I got a bottle cap." And there's all my information in there. Why? Why just give people this little piece of paper that they're just going to throw away? They're going to throw it away. But you saw this bottle cap sitting on the table with a whole bunch of other cards. What's the first thing you're going to reach for? You're going to reach for the bottle cap because you're like, that's weird. That's unusual. What is that? Oh, and it's red. That's cool, right? So every person I gave it to, they thought it was the coolest thing ever. I gave it to a whole bunch of different people. I gave it to people who work for Twitch, right? The people who let you get in as a partner. I also gave it to various different streamers around as well, including Cira, who I just totally ran into by accident. I went into the team one where they were talking about Twitch teams, by the way. They had a bunch of different seminars that you can go to, and they'll teach you about, you know, running your mods. They'll teach you about running your stream. All sorts of really, really cool stuff. I loved every single one of those, but the two I enjoyed the most, one with Cira, where she was talking about teams, because I'm a team guy, because I have my own team, as well as the one for how to manage your mods, which was probably the best one there. So if you only watch, if you're a streamer, by the way, watching my stream, and you only have one time to watch one of those video on demands, I would watch the one about mods. That one was just absolutely amazingly great. A lot of great info, a lot of great things that can help any streamer who starts to get a little bit bigger. Like me, I'm a little bit bigger. I have usually, you know, about 100 to maybe upwards of about 300 people in my stream from time to time, which does require some serious moderation sometimes, right? So there we are. So let me show you some cool ones that I made. I made them also different type of colors. I know some of you, Pink Ranger's going to want this one. Oh, Pink Ranger's going to want this one. Come on, you. Focus. Bad camera. Bad camera. Don't make me put you in a pink tutu. There we go. There's a pink one. Now it's flattened. Notice it's flattened. So I did some flattened ones. I did necklaces that I gave out. Now, if you got these at TwitchCon, so if you, maybe next year when you go to TwitchCon, if you got these, then I'm going to give you 1,000 Revlo points. Right? Now, if you have the necklaces, you get 5,000 Revlo points. So not only was it a business card, But for any follower that found me, can take these and turn these in for Revlo points on my stream. So instead of me going there trying to get swag, I went and brought swag to give out to all of you. So I thought it was very, very unique. Nobody else was doing that except for me, because I think of people not just of myself. I think of others not of just myself, right? What am I going to get out of this TwitchCon, right? You know, it was you guys who sent me to TwitchCon. It's not like I was going there on, you know, on my dime. I was doing it because you guys sent me. And I wanted to reward anybody who happened to be at TwitchCon. So I was handing them out to a whole bunch of awesome people there. So we will definitely throw that in there. We need Kids Caps that you showed on Twitter. Oh, I know, right? I want the Kids Cap necklace. Well, there you go. You maybe... You know, Sister Wolf, you got a care package coming out to you as my awesome mod. Same thing to you, Chewy. Got yours ready to go. Anybody who's on my Patreon, who is at that Patreon support level that has the care package, those will all go out, by the way. So if you haven't checked out my Patreon, you can get yourself some Kids Caps and a whole bunch of other sweet stuff. All you have to do is jump on over there and press that I support Kismet button. Support that. Support that dream. Now, another thing I want to say, hey, what's up, Chris? Thanks for hanging out on the stream, buddy. Kismet swag. That's right. So I had those and I had the necklaces, but I gave them all away. Now, one of the sweetest things that happened. Let me show you this cool shot first, and then I'll go ahead and pull up the one of Cira here. Now, again, we're going to be playing a little bit of games, but we're going to be talking a lot tonight. Okay, so tonight's going to be a lot of talky. We're going to talk about TwitchCon, which is game related, and then we're going to also talk about your guys' feedback, what you guys think of some ideas I have for the stream. Because you guys are the ones that hang out on my stream all the time. You guys are here for a reason, and I'd like to know what it is. So we're going to talk about that in a bit. But here's a really cool, one of my favorite images, I think, of it here that I put out on my Twitter. Look at this. Beautiful clouds. As an artist, I see this, and I just like, that's just beautiful, right? Look at this. This is me. This is my shot on the plane flying there, and it looks like snowy capped mountains, but it's all clouds. Beautiful above the clouds there. Just an absolute beautiful day to fly along, and that was I was flying out of Tennessee there. That was just above Tennessee. And I've got another image here that I'm going to pull up here of me and Cira. So again, I was hanging out with Cira here. I've got to press all my right buttons. That's the hardest part. Pressing all the right buttons. So here's a goofy shot of me. Look at me, I'm so goofy. Now, see, I told you it was a little bit of lighting that makes me look good. You know, I'm older. What can you say? I am who I am. I don't make no excuses. There I am on the plane flying over there. Now, by the way, you guys are getting an exclusive preview here before the video comes out here on my stream. And I think I'm going to do that in the future. That for people who watch my live stream, get to see my specific tip videos and all my videos first before I put them on YouTube. So you guys are going to get the exclusive stuff. Now, of course, I went in and got the In-N-Out burger. If I can get it to show up here. Blap! Oh my gosh, it's gigantic! Look at them fries. They're as big as my head. They're just oh, this way. Fries! Yes, I had to stop and get the double-double. Now, I'm going to tell you, you know, for a lot of you know that I have a lot of health issues. I have sleep apnea. I have also like a constant vertigo, which means I'm sleepy all the time and I'm dizzy all the time, which is an incredibly tough thing to do, especially if you're traveling or you're trying to do something or you're going up and down stairs. It is very, very difficult. But I've learned to manage it over the last years or two. And what I did is I said, that's it. I'm giving up this type of food for a while. I'm not totally giving it up because you don't ever want to give up anything, right? You give up something, that's all you want. So I reduced my weight by about 35 pounds by substituting food and then also getting rid of soda for a while. I can have a soda if I want. I can go have a Dr. Pepper right now. But is it going to make me feel any better? Absolutely not. It's going to make me feel terrible. And if I drink it too much, I'm going to gain that 10 pounds back within a month or two. Right? So then I went on juicing and I lost another 15 pounds. So I was down 35 pounds. Then, you know what happened after that? I did a little bit of backsliding. I ate some burgers. I ate, you know, like I had that burger. I had some shakes. You know, I had some pizza. But I wasn't eating as much of it. I was just eating small amounts. So today I thought, you know what? I'm going to just hold myself accountable. I'm going to go stand on the scale. And because I ate some bad food when I was at TwitchCon, I admit it. I had an In-N-Out burger, and I'm totally accountable for all the bad food that I ate. So I went and stepped on the scale, and guess what? Still at 170 pounds on the dot. Still lost that 35 pounds. Now, I did kind of dip below 170, so I've gained 2 or 3 pounds back, but I consider that a win. Despite eating some bad food, but not a whole bunch of it, I still regained that weight, still regained my weight level. So that tells you the power of going to the gym. It shows you the power of once you get your health rolling, that momentum will carry you through the tough times. So when if you backslide or any of that kind of stuff. And it's really building up muscle so that that muscle can utilize all that extra power you're storing up. You're not fat. There's nobody who's fat. You know what you have? You've stored up extra energy that you need to use and burn off. That's really it. It's not any more complex than that with the carbohydrates and the mini macros and all of that ridiculous stuff. Though, I was talking to Bashira, by the way, about macros, and I'm like, every time somebody says minis and macros and whatever, whew, right over my head. And he said, you know what he said to me? He goes, when something flies over your head, you reach up and you grab it, which I thought was pretty funny. Pretty funny. So, yes, I have, hey, Nooshke, hanging out in the stream, also to see ya. So, I have done a little bit of backsliding, but I am still holding steady at that 170, and, of course, continue to keep that healthy thing going, right? Going to the gym. And you don't have to, it's not like I'm running 50 miles at the gym, right? I'm an old guy. I don't run 50 miles, though I would love to be able to run 50 miles. I run like 2 miles, right? I don't run very far, and I don't run very fast. All I'm trying to do is build up muscle, right? Build back up my muscle, which is kind of atrophied over the years, and let that muscle then continue to burn away my extra power that I've stored up, aka fat, as people call it. But it's really just extra energy that you're storing on your body should at some point you not be able to have any food, right? That's how the body works. It stores extra energy in the case of fat, and then when you are starving and there's no food to be found, your body will then use that excess fat. So really that's it. It's a simple problem to solve, and that is just build up muscle. Let that muscle burn away the fat. Don't put so much bad food in this thing right here, to keep putting them shakes and burgers and fries and all that stuff in. But of course, it's your life. It's your decision. You can do whatever you want, as I like to say. Face shield, hey, face shield. If you don't mind face shield, I'm going to show you on the stream right now. Let's get face shield up here. I've got a shot of him. Really nice guy, by the way. Really nice guy. Showed me some cool glasses that I could try. I did look at those today, by the way, face shield. I totally did. I totally look at those. Let me get a shot of face shield up here. I hope I'm not going to embarrass him here. I hope, there he is. There's the, well, you can't see him. There he is. Now, also something else I discovered while I was at TwitchCon. I am the worst selfie taker. I am hands down the worst. So look, I'm cut off in my own picture. I cut myself off, but that's okay. That's okay. It's okay if you're not great at something. The way to be better at something is to admit you're not great at it and then start to work to be better at it. So after this, I tried to work a little bit better on it. So there's Fate Shield. Awesome to see you, bro. Oh, well, hey, not everybody can be a young pretty boy. I'm certainly not. I'm certainly not a young pretty boy. So, hey, just be who you are. Don't worry about looking like everybody else. You are supposed to be who you are. And you're not going to be anybody else anyway. You're not going to suddenly turn into, Fabio. Or I'm not going to. Or you're not going to turn into, some mystical, beautiful person, because you don't need to be that person. Being who you are is the right person to be. You should be who you are, and screw everybody else if they don't like how you look or who you are, right? You be who you are. And that's who I'm going to be. I'm going to be who I am. If I want to be the goofy 46-year-old gamer, then too bad, everybody. Too bad if you don't like it. I'm going to enjoy myself. I've only got so many years to live. I'm not going to waste my time with people's negativity, right? We're all about positivity up here in this channel. We're about being who you are, and don't let nobody tell you different. Where did my other shot go? It's in here somewhere. Oh, right there. There she is. Such a sweetheart. If you didn't see this on Twitter. Now, again, I went into this panel, and I spoke for you guys a little bit. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I spoke for you guys a little bit. I went in this panel, And I was sitting there and I was fuddling with my phone looking at what's going on next. And I look up because I didn't look at who's on the panel. I just go to the panel if I think it was interesting. And I looked up and I heard her voice first. And I go, it's Cira. Now, why is Cira so important in my stream? Well, for anybody who's a streamer, they usually remember the first person who came in and dropped a big raid in their channel. For me, it was Cira. Now, Cira is incredible. Now, just to be honest, I have not heard of Cira before this, before she had raided my channel. And a lot of the people that I really like on Twitch, who I've recently discovered, were either I have raided them or they have raided me, right? Or people that I've raided have recommended them. So that is the great thing about the community in Twitch, right? So I discover awesome people, they discover awesome people, and then we refer other people to other awesome people. And that's what makes the Twitch community so amazing. It's so incredible because of that, right? You can't get that on YouTube. YouTube isn't like that, where you can just interact live on at that moment. Now, of course, they have their live streaming thing now, which you could do it. You know, it's kind of a copy of Twitch, but hey, do their own thing. That's up to them. But this is what's so great. Now, see, I'm an old guy. And the great thing about Cira there was, you know what? She didn't say, sorry, old guy, I don't have time for you. You know, hey, I raided your channel, now leave me alone. She could have done that, and I would have been, all right, whatever. And she could have said, you know what, sorry, I don't have time to talk to you right now, which would have also been nice, very respectful, right? Sorry, I don't have time, I got to go, right? But she said, you know what, Kismet, oh, I want to get a shot with you. I want to get a selfie with you. You know, I'm doing something right now. Can I do it in a minute? I go, oh, take your time, no problem. Now, I didn't go up to her and say, oh my gosh, Cira, you're my favorite. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't do that because, you know, people have boundaries. When you activate their emergency moments, you don't want to do that. When you want to meet your favorite streamer, the best thing to do is just go up and say, hi, it's so great to see you. I really like what you do, right? Don't get too overly excited because it makes them nervous. And I had a few people come up to me and go, hey, Kismet, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. And you know, that's super nice. It's super nice when people do that. But, you know, just don't go overboard is all I'm saying. Don't go overboard. So I said, no problem, Cira. You know, when you got a minute, you know, I'll be off to the side here. I'm in no hurry to go to the next thing. I had about another 30 minutes before I had to go to the next panel anyway. So she did whatever she needed to do. She come down. She's like, okay, let's take a selfie. Now, I warned her in advance that I'm the worst selfie taker. So this shot right here actually took five tries before I actually got it to work. So I need some work on my selfies, by the way. I need some work on my selfies. Just saying. Hey, Professor Mackey! I'm going to have to show Professor Mackey now. Let me get Professor Mackey up here, too, and then we'll come back to Cira here in a second. Let me get Professor Mackey up here. Really super nice guy. Speaking of super awesome people I happen to run into, let's get him up here. Professor Mackey! Ha ha ha! There he is! Dark Angel! 25 bucks! Welcome back, Kismet. Glad you enjoyed yourself. Thank you, Dark Angel, one of my biggest supporters on stream. Well, we're going to have to take a minute, but let's go ahead and see Professor Mackey here. Let me go ahead and let that go away first. There he is, Professor Mackey. Now, actually, I was going to put that song on. Join in. Let's get that love train going in the chat, everybody. Get that love train going. Now, we actually ran into each other a couple times. He came up to me and he's the first person to say, hey, Kismet, how you doing? Totally caught me off guard because I was totally in the zone. And he's like, oh, Kismet, oh, you're Kismet, right? I'm like, yeah, how's it going? So he's also a follower of Banlish, who I'm a huge fan of as well. A really great guy we found by accident, who is actually a smaller streamer than me, by the way. Used to be a smaller streamer than me. And when he was I think about 2,500 or 3,000, and I was about 4,000 at the time, we went in there, we raided his channel, just totally randomly. He was playing some Fallout 4. I think me and him are like in the same zone. We like the same things. We have the same kind of sense of humor. And I told Banlish, I went and talked to him today, and I said, if I have to go over there and drive over to your house and pick you up and drive you to TwitchCon, you're going to TwitchCon next time. And we'll go by and we'll pick up all you guys too. We're going to take a posse next time. Next time we're going to take a whole posse of my followers and his followers, and we're going to invade TwitchCon. That's what we're going to do. But let me go back to, so thanks Professor Mackey for hanging out. Oh man, I'm so jazzed tonight. I'm so fun, so great to be back. I'm a little sad though that I'm not at TwitchCon because I had so much fun. But I am having a great time being back. There she is. All right. So let me tell you the story here about Cira, and thanks again, Dark Angel, for that donation. So I went to Cira here, and again, she was super nice. We had a little conversation, and so I pulled out my Kiz caps, and I said, because, you know, I didn't need to give her a business card or anything like that. She knows who I am. So I said, you know what, here, take these, because Grandpa Plays wasn't feeling well. So I said, here, take these Kiz caps, pick the ones you want, right, out of a bunch of different colors. I said, pick the ones you want, and maybe just give them to Grandpa Plays, because, you know, maybe raise his spirits, make him feel a little bit better, give him some Kiz caps, that kind of thing. Some real-life Kiz caps, by the way. And then I said, I also have these necklaces, right? So I pull out these necklaces. I gave them all away, by the way, everybody, except for the ones that's going out to my my care package people, who are my Patreon supporters, who get those Kiz caps and a bunch of other sweet package stuff. But then she saw one, she saw the pink one, and you know what she did, which I thought was like the coolest thing? She took the thing and she put it on right that moment. So that means the whole rest of the day when she's walking around, she's got a Kismet necklace on the whole rest of the day. I thought that was sweet. And then something that really got to me. I was like, oh, that's so nice. She goes, can I have one for my mom? So she grabs one for her. I said, oh, for you, you can have anything. You could go ahead and go for it. And she grabbed one for her mom, which I think was super sweet. Oh, such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. So if you have not, by the way, mods, my mods, could you go and get her channel and link her channel in there? If you guys have not gone over to Cira and sent her some love, some Kismet love over there, go over there, throw that follow button. Now, I'm even going to take it one step further. Now, I like to repay kindness done to me, and I usually pay it forward to other streamers. But in this case, here's what I want you to do. If you have not used it already, if you have Amazon Prime, now this is what I'm going to do with my Amazon Prime, because I'm not a partner streamer, so you can't use it on my stream anyway, right? Which is kind of a bummer though, because that Amazon Prime thing they did is pretty awesome. Now you might be going, Kismet, what are you talking about? This Amazon Prime thing? Well, if you have Amazon Prime, you can actually use your Amazon Prime to actually sub to someone's channel, and you get one free sub every month. So here's what I suggest you do. If you like my channel, go show Cira some love by using your Amazon Prime in her channel. If you haven't used it already, and it's really up to you, but if you have not used it next, and I would wait till she comes on. Wait till she comes on, and then go in there and say, Kismet sent us to use our Amazon Primes to you because you were so kind to him, both at TwitchCon and also for rating his channel, and just kind all the time. She's just a really, really super kind person. So not only an amazing streamer, not only does she take zero crap from anybody, sorry about the language there, that she takes from anybody while she's on the stream, which I really like. Very feisty. My wife's very feisty, so probably that's why I probably connect with that. I like people who are feisty, who don't take anything, don't take anything from anybody. I like that. It was really awesome. And then, of course, gave those Kiz caps so that Grandpa Plays. Sadly, Grandpa Plays couldn't be there. He wasn't feeling well. I hope you all, I sent out a tweet to everybody. Make sure to go out and show him some love on Twitter. Show him some love on his stream as well. Let's see. Did we put that in there, mods? Kiz Coach. Kismet, I don't know why my Patreon didn't go through again. I deleted my $1 pledge and $5 Patreon. It says it went through. Hope so. I will check it. I will check it. Oh, Nushki says, I love Cira. Yes. That's not Cira, by the way. Her name is Cira, like it has a K, but it actually has a C. Really super awesome. All right, so I had a fantastic time with Cira. Now, I'm not the type of person, by the way, which you may find this very odd. I'm not the type of person that goes around and wants to get a selfie with all the big name streamers, right? A lot of these streamers I don't even know. And I'm sorry if I haven't discovered you yet. I don't know Future Man. I don't know some of these other streamers. There was one guy in there, though, that we're going to talk about in a bit. Really, oh, he got to me, man. He got to me while I was there. I was, like, tearing up a little bit. But I don't really go and, like, want to meet my favorite streamers, right? The only person that I wanted to screenshot with, selfie with, was Swifty, who's the person that has inspired me so much to become a streamer and also to lose weight and all of those things. He's the type of streamer that I would love to be. And not because he's a big WoW streamer and not because he has a big following or any of that stuff or that he makes money or whatever. It's the fact that when he streams, he could be streaming anything. He could be streaming him watching paint dry and I would watch it, right? That's the kind of streamer I want to be. I want to be, no matter what I'm doing, you guys are having so much fun in the stream. If I'm sitting here going, which I'm kind of am right now, I do apologize. So I've been doing it so long, I got to log back in the game. that you guys will tune in and watch anyway, because you have so much fun in the stream, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing. Kind of much like I like to do with my team, right? It doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I'm having fun with them, it doesn't matter what game I'm playing or what I'm doing, as long as it's having a good time. All right? So there we go. There's Cira and Professor Mackey. Thank you so much for hanging out. Now, by the way, Professor Mackey, since you're hanging out in the stream right now, there you go. Yes, I am super down to earth. I am very approachable kind of guy. Now, you might be... No. You might go, wow, that guy looks a lot older in person than he does on the stream because, again, good lighting. Good lighting takes about 10 years off my face. But you can see what I really look like right there. Right there. But I don't mind how I look. You know, hey, I've earned it. That's why I tell, I get my hair cut on the side. She's like, oh, you got gray hair. And I said, leave it. I've earned every single one of them suckers. I've earned every one of those gray hairs, and I'm keeping them. Too bad. Keeping them. That's right. So first person who's going to get, and the first person who got a Kiz Cap, by the way, Professor Mackey, is going to get his Kiz Caps right now. So let me go ahead and give him some Kiz Caps. Now, I'm going to get everybody else at some point here, but since Professor Mackey is hanging out right now, let's give him his Kiz Caps. Let's see. Bonus. Right there. Bonus to Professor Mackey. Boom. 1,000. Bam! 1,000 Kiz Caps for finding me at TwitchCon and getting your Kiz Cap and tweeting it out to me. There you go, Professor Maggie. Bam! Now, you can be part of our contests and giveaways. We're going to be doing lots of polls tonight. Again, this is going to be a bit different than I normally do tonight. Normally, I'm playing tons of games, and we're out raiding, and we're doing all sorts of stuff, and I'm really just standing around. Let me do a little bit of hopping in game so it looks like I'm playing. I'm not really doing much of my team right now because I'm so excited to share everything with you. You guys are the ones that sent me to TwitchCon. The least I could do is give you guys a bit of a preview of what went on, and then, of course, I'll put the video up on my channel here in the next few days so you guys can see all the people I met and all the things that I did. But I want to give you guys the first preview. I want you guys to see it the first from now on, all right? From now on, I'm going to share it with you guys before I put any videos or anything up online. So who else did I meet? Let's go ahead and just go along here, and I'll show you some other awesome people. Now, oh, I got to show you this one. Hold on. I got to show you this one. Check this one out. Now, this guy, the third guy over. Oh, I can use my 3D arrow. Now, if you haven't been to my stream before, then you are just about to see one of my signature things. Boom. Here it comes. Let me get it on top. Boom. Right here. This is the Kismet red arrow where I point things out on the stream so you don't have to look all over. Check it out right here. This guy is dressed up as the Mechanist. I saw that guy and I go like, oh, I got to talk to that guy. I got to talk to that guy. So I went up to him. Super nice guy, by the way. I'm like, dude, I have 1,500 hours in Fallout 4. The second I saw you, I was like, high five. And he's like, okay, boom. And we both gave each other a high five. It was totally awesome. Now, of course, being the selfie taker I am, I forgot to take a selfie with me and him. And I was walking out and I said, I should have got a selfie, duh. Now, this was the cosplay moment, right, where they were judging the cosplay. Oh, my gosh. Now, I don't cosplay. Now, I'm not a big cosplay person. I don't cosplay. I've never cosplayed. But I appreciate the artistry and the hard work that goes into that. That's some serious work these people put into it. And they love what they do. You can tell. One of the ladies I was talking with, this lady who actually works at the convention center, I just happened to talk to her in line, and she was talking about the cosplay, and I said, I'm not a big cosplayer, but I really love the creativity. And she goes, oh, I'm a huge cosplayer. I love doing cosplay. She goes to Comic-Con all the time. Really sweet lady. I was talking to her, or a really sweet girl, actually. She was probably in her 20s. I'm 46. So, I call everybody either lady, so I shouldn't call people who are young lady. I should call them girls or women, because if I call them lady, then they might get offended, but I do what I can. I do what I can. But a super nice person. I just met her randomly. She just happened to be in channel, and she was funny. She was thinking the same thing as me. I'm like, man, we got to call an Uber to get to the end of this line, because the line was so incredibly long to get in that day that we both laughed and had a fun time. And then we talked all about, TwitchCon, and we talked all about games. Just a random, awesome thing. So, of course, I had to go to the TwitchCon panel where all these awesome people were. Her outfit is incredible, by the way. I mean, I like all of these outfits. But I'll get my arrow. Come here, arrow, you sneaky arrow. But her outfit, that is incredible stuff. Look at that. That is incredibly well done. I think actually everybody did an incredible job. Personally, myself, those judges had it going on. Now, let me go ahead and show you also the winner here. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen this, but for those who haven't, I'm giving you the quick overview. Let's see, where is it? Right here. Boom! This guy! Oh my goodness, was that epic, man. That dude won 15 grand, by the way. 15 grand, and he totally deserved it, man. If that guy didn't win, I was just going to do hashtag ribbed, hashtag rigged, right? Or exclamation point rigged, because if that guy doesn't win, there's no hope for any of us, right? Because that is epic. That is like insanely awesome. That was incredibly great. Incredibly great. Has a surprisingly high stealth level. He was hard to find. Really, Fate Shield? I was wearing my Kismet shirt. I had my Kismet. Oh, wait, I got to show you guys. Well, you guys, I'll show it to you here. I even made a Kismet backpack so people could find me. Right? Let me go ahead and, again, that guy, incredibly great job on that cosplay. Incredibly great job. So we're just going to be looking at images here for a bit, by the way. And sorry to my members who are watching on Twitch, but also being very patient in Discord. We're going to be talking this for a bit, so we're going to be doing that. All right, so what am I trying to think of? My brain! I'm so excited to share this all with you. I've tried to show it all to you. Let's see. So there was that, and I've forgotten already. Oh, finding me the shot of my bag. Let me see if I can find that. See if I can find it here. Finding stuff in a long list of 1,000 pictures is never an easy thing. Let's go. Clouds. Lots of shots. Oh, by the way, while I'm looking for that, look at this line. That was the line for the panel I was in. Look at that sucker. That is a really, really long line. I'm glad I was in the front. Now, I was smart. Every time I come out of a panel, I would go right back in the line. I never missed out on any panels. I was able to go to every single one I wanted to go to. So don't mess around, man. I also get there like a half hour early. So like I go to one panel and then I have a half-hour break between panels so that I can get to the next one so I don't not make it in there. If you show up at the last minute, you're probably not going to get in. Oh, speaking of cosplay, here's another guy. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I just saw him. You sneaky guy. Right here. Look at this guy. Look at that. That is awesome. That is killer stuff. If I did cosplay, it would be something like that. With, you know, my armor and kind of how my character looks like in Guild Wars 2. I would totally do that. Kismet, I'll invade TwitchCon with you. Awesome, Ripper Marauder. Let's put you down for next time, buddy. We'll go and we're going to raid. That's right. We're going to Kismet raid TwitchCon next time. That's what I should have done. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to go. And, you know, because of the generosity of the people here on the stream, I was able to go. Now, I was at like $200 out of $600 that I needed to go. And I actually spent too much money, by the way. I spent like an extra $200-300 while I was there. I totally spent way too much, but it was totally worth it. I probably am going to be very much in trouble with the wife. I will have to find that money somewhere. I have to find that money somewhere. But I had a great time. It was totally worth it. Totally worth it. And because of all of you, I got to go. Now, if I'd known further in advance, we could have organized something, had a meetup or something like that. That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. All right, so I'm looking for my bag here. Where's my bag at? Where's my bag with my kids' caps? There it is. That's not it. That's me. That's me being ridiculously crazy. So I was easy to find. There I am in my red Kismet cap. And notice here around my neck right here, boom, the Kismet necklace. Now, again, I was going to hand that out to people who just walked up to me. I would take it off and hand it to them. Some people didn't want it. I was like, okay, if you don't want 5,000 Revlo points, I'm sure somebody else will. And exactly they did. And I gave it to them instead. So there's me being goofy. That's me. It's okay to be you. It's okay. Just be who you are. Don't let nobody tear you down. Take those negativity people and forget some. Forget some. I know it's in here somewhere. So many things to click on. I even organized all this before the stream, too. And I still can't. There it is. There it is. But all named and everything. So here's what I did. I sent this out on Twitter. I said, find me at TwitchCon. And look at all, there's all my kids' caps and necklaces and whatnot I made. Big thanks to my wife, by the way, who's a very crafty person. I'm not very much of a crafty person. But I did see this. I did see, you know, people who had done custom bottle caps, and I was going to order these. I was going to actually buy these, and I thought, you know what, I'll just make some prototypes and then take them to TwitchCon and see if people like them. If they don't like them, you failed. It's okay. You can just try something else, right? If you make a mistake or if you try something and it doesn't work out, it's okay. Not everybody was into the bottle caps thing. Everybody kind of thought I was this old weird guy. That's okay. That's okay if they think you're, you know, odd and different from everybody else, because that was the point of it. I didn't want to be like everybody else. If you're like everybody else, nobody notices you, right? So if you want to be unique, you got to do what's unique to you. To me, graphic design is what's unique to me. Being an artist, playing lots of games, and being a bit of an older gamer too is who I am. That's what's unique to my stream. Also, positivity, energy, and then having a safe place for you guys to come in every single night and say, you know what, tonight I'm going to watch Kismet tonight because, you know what, I'm not feeling so good. I just want to forget about all of that, and I just want to come in here and have a good time, hanging out with all my favorite people who are hanging out in the chat and hanging out with Kismet doing this crazy stuff. Hey, Kismet, you're my favorite internet dad. Thank you, Fabian. I appreciate that. Facial says, Cira is awesome. I've been with Twitch for 5 years. I think I've known her for at least 2 of that. Awesome. She is fantastic. Now, again, if you're just tuning in, since you can't sub to my channel through Amazon Prime, though you could sub down below, there's a button there. You go to Gaming for Good and sub. But if you are doing the Amazon Prime thing and you haven't picked anybody yet and you're not sure who you're going to use, I would say wait till Cira streams next and go over to her channel, which hopefully you guys have thrown in the chat. You guys thrown Kira's link in there yet? My awesome mods? I'm sure you have. Yes, you have. Throw it in there a bunch more times. Throw it in there a bunch more times. We need to get a command for that, by the way, for Cira and other awesome people that we like Banlish and people like that. Make sure to go over there and use your Amazon Prime, because that's what I'm going to do with my Amazon Prime. I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to go ahead and sub to Cira for that. Now, there's 2 people that I have subbed to that I've never unsubbed, and will never unsub to. The first person, SWTOR, of course, my favorite YouTuber and favorite streamer. Now, some people, you know, when I was at the con, they said, oh, well, don't you like so-and-so since he has 2.4 million, or this person because they have 1.5 million viewers? And I go, the amount of viewers doesn't make anything to me. The person who's on stream needs to connect with me, right? I have to like the person, right? Not that I have anything against those people. I don't know those people. I've never watched their streams. I got to be honest, right? I've never watched their streams. I'm sure they're fantastic. That's why they have that many people, right? But for me, SWTOR is the person that I like the most because he doesn't matter what he's playing. It doesn't matter. He could be playing WoW. He could be playing chess. He could be playing pickup sticks. He could be playing, you know, like a very, you know, they could be playing Snakebite. Google that, by the way. Google Snakebite. He could be playing Snakebite for all I care. I don't care what he's playing. I could watch his stream all day long, no matter what he is playing. And that is an incredibly powerful thing. That is a powerful thing as a streamer, is that people will watch you no matter what you're doing, right? Like right now, I'm just talking. Right now, I'm just chatting. I'm not really playing. And I do apologize for those who come in to watch me play. But tonight's going to be a little bit different. Like I said, we're gonna be talking a bit about TwitchCon. We're going to be just chilling out, having a good time. So again, these are all the cool things. You can see all the necklaces here that I had, all different colors. I had pink one, yellow one, a bunch of red ones, a bunch of pink kiss caps and green ones, a whole bunch of different. Now this took me, by the way, like an entire, well, it took me like 2 or 3 days. It took me 2 or 3 days to buy all the stuff, to order all of this, and then a whole entire day to make those. I made those myself with the help of my wife, who got me started, and then she had to go help my kids, and I literally spent the entire day doing that, all day long, doing those, because I'm a perfectionist, right? So they've got to be as perfect as I can make them, right? As high quality as I can make them before I'm going to give them to anybody. But I do have a few left. I do. Now, for those of you, by the way, who are going to get their care packages, don't worry. I saved some for you. In fact, some of you are going to get the very first one. So you're going to have bragging rights saying, I have the very first necklace and I have the very first kiss caps, right? So there they are. I got a few left. And don't worry, I'm going to be making some more to hand out on the stream for all of you who want some as well. And there you go. And you'll have them, you can put them in. Nice to see you, again, brother. Same thing to you, Professor Mackey. Thanks for hanging out. I'm colorblind and can't see far away, Kismet. So your logo looked like a single dragon to me, sadly. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. But yeah, I had this backpack on. By the way, another thing that I did was, this is actually a what is that? A Beats backpack. Now, I'm not going to tell you who I got this from. At least not yet. You might see it eventually on my real life channel, which is coming out soonish, quote unquote soon. So I took the Beats backpack and I said, hey, I'm not in the job. Not my job to advertise other people's businesses, right? It's not advertise other people's brand. I want people to be able to find me at TwitchCon, right? So because I have the Kismet thing on the front, not on the back, right? So I said, you know what? I'll wear this backpack. And then if I get any swag, I can throw it in there. And if anybody wants any Kismet swag, I can add it to them. So then I was walking around with this Kismet Ring of Destiny. That is not superimposed, by the way. That's actually on the backpack. It's on the backpack, Kismet Ring of Destiny. So no matter where I go, everybody can see that it's me. Even if they spot me from behind. There we go. And you guys might have thought I was about 10 years younger. And that's why you said, wait, is that really Kismet? Oh, I guess it is. I guess it is. So there we go. Must have Kiz Caps. Sister Wolf, be looking for it in your care package. Cira will be my first on my list when I get Twitch Prime. There you go. Again, make sure to go in there. Wait till she's streaming. Go in there and say, Kismet, since Kismet doesn't have a sub button, he sent us over here to show you some love, Cira, since you're such a sweetheart and you were so nice to take an extra minute. I mean, again, she's a big streamer. She had 30,000 followers, right? Me, I'm just a little 5,000 follower, almost 5,000 follower streamer, right? I'm the little guy. She's the amazing, big-time partnered streamer, right? And she didn't have to take it any time at all. But she wanted to have a picture with me. She took a selfie, which I'm sure was better than my selfie. And then I took a selfie with her. And then, of course, gave her the Kiz Caps and all that kind of fun stuff. So that was super nice of her. So make sure to go use your Amazon Prime for that. Next time she streams, that's what I'm going to be doing as well. I'm going to be going in there and say, Cira, here's some love, some Kismet love for you. Boom. There you go. There's my Amazon Prime. So again, I forgot to say the second person. The first person I will never unsubscribe with, even if I have like no money and I have to scrape it up in pennies and go over and turn my change in the change collector thing, is Swifty. I will never unsubscribe. Never, unless I croak. If I croak, then I'm going to tell my wife to keep subscribing, even though she probably won't watch ever. But the other person is Athene, who is the person who's like the godfather of streamers, right? He's the one that started it all. If you go back to the very beginning of Twitch, there's like about 5 who started it all. And he's one of the people that started it all. Now, also what he does is he also does a good cause. He also does Save the Children, which is a huge organization that helps children all around the world. So that money goes toward that as well. So that I will never unsubscribe. But there's a few others that what I do is when they become partnered, I go in and I subscribe to them just to give them a boost for a few months, right? Because I don't have that much money. I don't have too much money, right? I only got so much that I have to survive on now because I spent my entire retirement, which a lot of you know, on these dumb doctors that didn't help me. So that's where all my money went. But such is life, right? You have your ups and downs. You have your ups and downs. You know, you can worry about money. You can worry about all that. It's not going to change anything. You just got to do what you got to do, right? You got to do what you got to do to survive. A little bit of water. Wow, talking makes you thirsty. I didn't realize I was that thirsty. I was very thirsty. All right, so there we go. Let me show you a few more here, and then we shall move on. Few more here from TwitchCon. Again, you guys getting to see this first. Now, this guy was really cool, by the way. Check this guy out here. I'm going to throw him a bit of shout out. Now, again, this is not a paid advertisement in any way. I am not endorsed by this guy. I did not get this wallet for free, which is blue, so you can only see the front of it. I did not get it for free. This guy right here is super cool guy. I was talking to this guy for a while just saying, hey, bro, you've got lots of killer stuff here. Check out all these cool things he's got down here at the bottom. If I can get my cursor right down here. He's got all sorts of different themed wallets. He's got like Shazam there or the Flash. A whole bunch of really cool wallets. He's got pins. He's got things. He's got even had a Fallout 4 backpack over there, which looked totally legit, right? Totally legit. So, a little bit of a shout out to him. Now, you don't have to go to his thing. You don't have to go to his website. It's really up to you. But, dude is firstpersonclothing.com. I really loved his stuff. So, I don't mind throwing in a shout out. Now, people I really like, again, not a paid advertisement. I don't mind giving him a shout out on the stream. Super cool guy. Super cool. I'm not going to get anything out of it other than the fact that I'll turn you guys on to some other stuff. All right, what else we got? Now, of course, there was a whole bunch of panels. And speaking of Cira, here she is, having fun with all the other awesome people at the Chillis. This was at the panel for the teams. And this is their leader here who started the Chillis, which is the name of their Twitch team. A lot of awesome, positive streamers, which is, I'm a positive streamer. I like to bring positivity into your day, right? That's what my channel is all about. And that's going to segue us into the next section. Now, let me go ahead and take this one out. And let me actually see if I got any more before I go. I might have one more cool one to show you guys. Let's see. What else was a really cool one? Let me see what other... Oh, wait. Yes, let me go back and talk about the other panel. Again, when somebody does something really exceptionally well, I need to throw them a shout out here. Let's see. Where is it? Where be it? I know it's in here. There it is. All right. Right here. These guys. All right. Let me go ahead and make this bigger, too. Now, tell me, for those in the stream right now, this guy is actually a famous guy that I'd never heard of until you guys told me about him. This guy right here. What's this guy's name? I know some of you know what his name is. Shazam! Tell me if you know who this guy's name is. Kismet Gaming Talk Show for the win. Yes, this is a gaming talk show. Tell me if you could know who this guy is. Apparently, he's super famous on Twitch. Who is this guy? Come on, you guys know who he is. That's right, Code Carnage. Now, of course, big Fallout streamer. And I'm going to be honest with you, I had no idea who he was. I had no idea who he was, but not at TwitchCon. I had no idea until you guys told me to go check him out. And I went over to his channel. Amazing streamer. Incredibly good. Really great streamer. Super, super awesome. So what I did is I went into this panel. I was actually late for it because I was in another panel. So I came in about 3 minutes late, and I regret missing the 3 minutes that I missed, right? I regret missing the 3 minutes because it was so good. Now, he was talking out. These are all his mods, by the way. All of his more of his mods are right here. This is what I would love to do one day. That's right. I would love to take my mods and take them to TwitchCon, including a lot of you followers, and take you guys to TwitchCon. If I ever... I was talking too much and I got booted out of the game. If I ever get big enough, if I ever get big like this guy, that's it. We're all going to TwitchCon. I'm taking a bunch of followers and a bunch of my mods. So that's what he had done. He's brought all of his mods here, and these guys are all of his mods down here as well. He had brought them all to TwitchCon. And then they all were having an awesome conversation about how to manage your mods, if you want to become a mod, you know, if you're a streamer, you should talk with your mods. Which mods? We're going to have a chat at some point. We're going to have a chat, but a little bit later in the stream. So yes, incredibly, incredibly great guy. So after that, I just had to. I had to go up and tell him, you know what? Because not a lot of people do that. Not a lot of people take enough time in their life to really tell people that they've done a great job. They do. Most people, you know what they do? If they don't like something, they only complain. So usually, and the same thing with me as a streamer, and the same thing with me as an artist, usually you only hear the complaints. Even though there's people out there who really love what you do. And if you're a streamer, don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. There's somebody out there, and a lot of people who are out there who really love what you do, right? And if they don't want you to love what you do, plenty of other streamers for them to watch, right? Plenty of them out there. Maybe they'll find somebody that they really like, right? By the way, I hope you guys like my cool wireless headphones. Check them out. Totally wireless. No moss cables. Running anywhere. Now, I think actually this was the reason I was dizzy the other day, by the way. I think I was getting used to these headphones. I don't push them in as far now. So when I get up, I don't go, ugh, and pull myself. And actually, the funny thing is when I just got up previously, when I got up to get the kids caps, I actually took them out so that they wouldn't pull and then realized they're wireless. That's my brain for you. So yes, so I met him and I said, I have to go up and tell him what an amazing job he did, right? Now, again, I'm just some random guy in the audience. He doesn't know me. He's probably never seen my stream. He has no idea who I am. He's a big-time streamer, right? So I go up to him, and I think, you know, because when you first meet somebody, especially somebody like him, and he's got like his 8 mods hanging out there, probably makes tons and tons of money doing this, right? I'm just some random guy, and he might be like, hey, bro, I don't have time to talk to you, right? But he was super nice, and he was super busy doing a whole bunch of stuff too, by the way. And I was up there, and I simply said, you know what? Your panel is simply the best one here at TwitchCon. And, you know, I don't just sugarcoat stuff or, you know, blow smoke. You know, as I'm not going to say the whole saying, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I don't just say stuff just to say stuff, right? To get on their good side or whatever. If I don't believe in it, I won't say it, right? If it's not a product I believe in, if it's not something that's honest and truthful, I will not say it. I just will not say it. If I didn't like the panel, I would probably just not say anything, right? I wouldn't go up and tell them I didn't like it. But if I do like it, I think it's your obligation as a person, if you really liked it, to go up and just take a second and say, dude, that was incredible. You guys did an amazing job. That was the best panel of the whole thing. And it hands down was. So if you only watch one panel, big shout out to him. If you only watch one panel, go watch that one on video on demand. Go check it out. It's the moderators panel, managing your mods. If you'd like to become a mod, go watch that panel. It'll tell you how to be a better mod, which is so good because streamers all over are looking for awesome mods. So again, big shout out to him. Now, another thing I did too is I said, hey, if you like Fallout, you like Fallout, here you go, bro. Have some bottle caps. So I handed him a bunch of Kiss caps and said, here, buy yourself some resources, bro. He goes, oh, thank you, man. Thank you. That is awesome. So again, he didn't have to take the time to do that. He didn't have to take the time to say hello to some old man who's just coming up. Who knows who I am, right? I could be some crazy guy living in my parents' basement, though I'm not. I live with my wife in my house that I have earned over the last 25 years of being a graphic designer with my 3 kids as well. So there you go. So super nice guy, super nice guy. Now, of course, he was busy. He had a whole bunch of stuff to do. We didn't have a long conversation. He had stuff to do. I had panels to go to. So I'm like, there you go, bro. And then I almost got ran over by somebody in a wheelchair who said, get out of the way, get out of the way. Some guy was really rude, by the way. I didn't even know she was there. She was trying to get by, but she basically tried to run me over. And it was my bad. I was in the way, but then I looked over, and there was actually another guy in the way, and if he had moved out of the way, then she wouldn't have to try to run me over. So a little funny extra thing that happened. So I was standing right here by the podium, and she was trying to get by, and then she literally tried to run me over. And then some rude guy who works for them, who works for the convention center, not for Twitch, by the way, was like, get out of the way. I'm like, bro, don't be disrespectful. I'm going to knock you out. Nobody disrespects up in here. So there we go. There we go. Amazon Prime, but how do I use it to sub to a streamer? Great question, Dark Angel. Amazingly great question. Again, wait till Cira's online and said, Kismet, since he's not partnered, said to come over here and sub to you instead. To send all his love and all his followers to you instead. So let me show you how to do that. Well, I can't show you on stream, but I can show you, or just tell you how. What you do is you go into your account, and then at the very top, there'll be a thing that says your options, right? Let me go ahead and get mine up here so I can make sure that I'm going through the right way. Amazon. Actually, let me get the link. Let's see. I think it's called Prime. Yeah, Prime. And I think there's a specific thing. I can just give you the link directly there. I think that'll be more helpful. But you go into your account basically, and on there it says manage your Prime membership. Gotta talk. Manage your Prime membership. It's in the second column over in the very first top section under orders. Okay. Then under that, you can go to the Twitch Prime stuff. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just give you a direct link so you don't have to go searching for it. Let me get to it. Let me get to it. Now, by the way, if you also go just to the main page, it'll show you there. It'll go to if you go to the main Amazon page, they have like a little thing that pops up there. Let's see. Oh, unless they changed it. They changed it? Oh, they changed it. It was on the header up there. Let me find it this way. Let me find it this other way so I can give you guys a link. Unless my mods find it before me. Let's see if my mods find it before me. There we go. All right, right here. I'm going to go ahead and just give you guys a link. It is twitch.amazon.com/prime. How to use your Amazon Prime for Twitch. Bingo! There you go. Just go ahead and follow that, twitch.amazon.prime/prime. So you go to that, you can click Enable Your Prime, then it will right there, it'll have all your different options that you can choose from. It'll ask you to link to your Twitch account. And I'm going to try to walk through that process right now. And then you'll get to this page, which I'll take a screenshot of and show you guys here on the stream. Great thing about using a Mac as a as a streaming machine on top of my gaming machine. Let's see, Twitch Prime. There we go. Let me go ahead and pull that one up as well. So, by the way, super awesome, nice guy right there. Super nice. Again, he's a super big streamer. I'm just some random guy in the crowd. He was super nice to me. I appreciate that. Because, you know, sometimes people look at you and they go, oh, you're just an old guy. Like if I have a feeling if I go to something like a YouTube thing with just some random people, they look at me and they say, who is this old guy and why do I want to talk to him? You know, I mean, especially with like community thing. Because some of the other social medias are a bit toxicer than this. Because these guys were super nice. I mean, they didn't have to be. They didn't have to be, but they took the extra time. Where did I put that? I put that in my other folder here. Pressing lots of buttons tonight. So yes, we're doing a bit of, real talk tonight. Talking about Twitch. There it is. Twitch Prime. Boom. All right, so you'll get to this page right here called Twitch Prime. And if you guys can even see that, actually, let me just make it bigger. Blah, blah, super big. Super big. Now, here's how you claim your stuff. You go, once you get it going on, you go to actually Twitch. And you go and you click on the little arrow, this little thing right here, and you can manage your badges and get your free stuff. You can also claim your free loot right here if you go, I'm getting covered up. Bring it down a little bit. There we go. You can go over here. I'm a little covered up. You can go over here and click on See Loot, and then you can get your loot. By the way, this is going to be on the sidebar of Twitch. Going to be on the sidebar. Let me show you what that looks like. Look how organized I am. See, look how much work I do before the stream for you guys. Look at all this work I do. I go above and beyond, I think. I think I go above and beyond every other streamer and put this awesome stuff together for you. Now, it's going to be right here in your side panel. See, this is my side panel. And this is your free stuff. Check it out. Look. You can get stuff for Hearthstone. Oops, got to put that above the image. You can get stuff for Hearthstone. You get stuff for Streamline. You get stuff for Smite. If you play any of those games, I happen to play 0 of those games, so it doesn't really help me a lot. But, hey, if you play some of those games, there's your free stuff. There's your free stuff. So I'm telling you where... See, not only do I tell you where, or tell you that you can get it, but I believe I go one step further and show you how you can find it and how you can get it, and that's what sets my stream apart. And do I get any benefit from that? Absolutely not. I don't get any benefit because you can't sub to my channel through Twitch because I'm not partner, which is a huge bummer. Huge bummer, and it kind of makes me a little sad. But if I can pay it forward or pay it back to somebody like Cira, I got no problem with it. No problem. Now, start saving. You can get all sorts of games, prices off on games, though I buy most of my games on Steam. And then the thing that we really want to learn about, which is this thing right here at the bottom. Let me just put it really big above my head here. Right here. Now, let's see. Boop. And then right here, use your free channel subscription, say subscribe free, and then you can tell it who you want to subscribe to, and it'll say so-and-so subscribe to blah, blah, blah with Twitch Prime. So you can subscribe to people. You get 1 month, you get one subscription every single month. So in theory, you could subscribe to one person endlessly forever, right? Because as long as you have Twitch Prime. Now, I think it's an incredible deal. Now, some people are going to look at Twitch Prime and they're going to say, wow, it's $75. At least it is in the U.S. Or if you're outside the U.S., sometimes $100. But if you think about it, I had Twitch Prime before, and I used it quite a lot. I mean, not Twitch Prime, but I had Amazon Prime, and I used it a lot. Like when I, order something up, like if I order up a cell phone, or if I order up an iPad, or if I order up my headphones, which here's the case for them, by the way. Very, very cool. If I order up my headphones or whatever, it's 2-day shipping, so it's a good deal. Now, by the way, I get nothing from this. I'm not going to get anything from Amazon. I'm not going to get any subs from Amazon because I'm not partnered. There is nothing I'm getting from this. This is not a paid advertisement or endorsement in any way. Again, I get zero. So I'm going to tell you straight. If it sucked, I would tell you. But I think it's pretty awesome, especially for partnered streamer. For non-partner streamer, you're getting the hose, really. It's no benefit to me other than I can sub to somebody else as a non-partner streamer, which such is the way it goes. But maybe one day I'll be partnered and then you guys can use it maybe for a month or two on my channel. There you go. But right here, hit that subscribe. Go in there. Show Cira incredible amount of love from my stream. Go in there and show her some love. Now, by the way, everybody, I'm going to be repeating a bit of this later on for all of my Fallout people as well. Just a heads up. So I kind of go over a little bit of this. Not the whole thing again. But if I go over a little bit of this again, just a heads up. Because I will do that again for all my Fallout peeps later as well. Because we'll have a ton of people in the stream later for some Fallout. All right, so there you go. Now, I think that was probably the most comprehensive view of how to do Twitch Prime that anybody's done. At least anybody I've seen, because usually they just tell you to go to Twitch or go to Amazon and do it. But they don't tell you how to do it. And I just told you how to do it. So there you go. There you go. Current Jazz hanging out. What's up, buddy? Thanks for hanging out on the stream. Grayson, what's up? Kismet, you need to stream more. Lose your life and stream more. Great segue. You're awesome, Grayson. I love you, man. Great segue. That is a great segue. We're going to be talking about that next, right now, in a second from now. Face Shield hanging out. I'm going to go. Glad to see you again. Thank you, Face Shield. Incredibly great to meet you at TwitchCon. Sorry if I missed you if you're already gone, but we'll throw you out some love anyway. This way, when you watch this video on demand back, you'll know that we sent you some love, man. Really great to meet you. Appreciate you coming up to me and saying hello at TwitchCon. Super nice guy, by the way, everybody. Whenever you see Face Shield in the stream, make sure to show him lots of love. Really cool guy. Cool guy. Liked him. Liked him big time. Dark Angel. Okay, thanks, Kismet and Ameridave. Cool, thanks, Kismet. Hey, you're primed up now, Dark Angel. That's right, you're primed up. Everybody's primed up. Pretty awesome. Nothing wrong with being cozy. A crazy guy in your mom's basement. There you go. Actually, there's nothing wrong with being a person in your mom's basement. Just don't be the crazy person in your mom's basement. There we go. That's what I say. That's what I say. There we go. You will get primed on the 14th. There you go. Got to get your prime on. Got to get your prime on. Now, one of the other things I said to them, by the way, and you guys know this is an issue in my stream, where I was recording my video on demands, right? And then I would export them to YouTube, and they would be terrible. I'm just going to be honest. And I was honest with them. They look terrible. I mean, compared to me recording them to my hard drive and then uploading them later, right, which is what I do now in 1080p, they look terrible. So I went up to them and I said, are you guys going to be doing anything about your video on demand? Because it's, hard to find. It's very poor. When I record the stream, it records them in real low quality. And then when I export them to YouTube, they get even worse, right? And they said, oh, well, did you hear about the new upload video on demand thing? And I'm like, wow, that's like instant fix. I was like, wow, I asked them to fix something and they've already got it fixed. I really like that. So now as a streamer, I can upload them up to Twitch as well. Now, that adds a double amount of uploading for me, right? Now, I barely can keep up, or I'm barely starting to catch up on my video on demands. So that would add a whole nother double amount of uploading for me, right? Now, if I could upload them to Twitch and then export them and have them send them over to YouTube as well, which I seriously doubt they're going to do. They're probably going to kill the ability to send them to YouTube, which really sucks. Because then I'm going to have to upload it twice, which I'm probably not going to do, right? Especially if I'm not going to get any benefit other than you guys be able to watch them. Well, you can watch them on YouTube anyway. So why would I then want to now upload them twice as much onto there? Now, the highlights, I don't have a problem doing that, or maybe some of my guides. But, I probably won't be doing that because it's just not, I just don't physically have enough time. I just don't, even if I stop streaming for the next month and a half, there's no way I could upload all those videos again. I have about 60 videos, which is about 4 terabytes. 4 terabytes of videos to upload, right? Or I actually think it's more than 60 now. I think it's like 75 total videos. I can't even remember. It's like so many now. Because I record every single stream, like I'm recording this stream right now. So for those of you watching back on video on demand, hello, and thank you for watching. Appreciate you hanging out on my YouTube channel. Appreciate you hanging out. So there we go. So brilliant idea, a little late. Brilliant idea, but I've got to have the ability to upload it. I'll upload it to Twitch first. I don't have any problem with that, as long as I can export it to YouTube. Or, even better idea, make it where I can upload it to YouTube and I can also send it from YouTube to Twitch. That would have been a much better choice because, again, there's only so many physical hours in the day for me to upload stuff. Because I can't upload while I'm streaming because I just don't have the bandwidth for it. So there we go. There we go. There we go with the thing, with the stuff. So that's what I want to talk about. Now, again, hey, what's up, Rec P? What's up? Thanks for hanging out. Now, if I missed anybody's question or comment because I was yapping too much, feel free to let me know. And I'm not doing any gaming whatsoever. I'll jump around a little bit. I'll jump around for you guys. Let's run over here. Let's grab the hut ball. Look, I'm doing some gaming now. Now, we're talking TwitchCon tonight, and we're going to be talking about your guys' feedback in my stream here in just a little bit. And again, I apologize if you tuned in, you want me to play some Fallout, well, I'll be playing some Fallout later. But if you want me playing some Star Wars The Old Republic, my team, who have been very patiently waiting in Discord, I should have said hello to them, but I got totally off on my story. I do apologize for yapping. Oh, whoa, and I got blown up. I'm doing a lot of yapping, talking about TwitchCon. So yes, I am going to talk a bit about that awesome segue that Grayson mentioned. Kismet, you need to stream more. And I agree totally. I agree totally that I need to stream more. Now, my buddy Banlish over there, and I consider him to be a friend now because he's an awesome streamer. And again, he's very much in the same sync as me. I've got to show you this thing from earlier. It is pretty funny. Pretty funny. Now, let me go ahead and see if I can get this up and working here because sometimes I have a lot of complex things going, and it's a bit of a fail. A bit of a fail. So let me get this set up here and see if I've got the ability to do it. Got the ability to do it here. Remember what I did with it. Always finding stuff is my hardest part. Hardest part. I have so much going on, by the way. And we're going to be talking about some exciting stuff here in a second. We're going to be talking about so many exciting stuff the second I can find this. I saved it in here. There it is. All right. Oh, no wonder I couldn't find it. I had it totally organized and put it in my list of things to do tonight. No wonder I couldn't find it. Got to make it easier for myself. I have a list of things that I like to talk about on stream, and I make the whole list. Oh, hold on, Banlish. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get ahead of yourself, bro. Now, this is a highlight from his stream earlier, and I asked him and got his permission to use it on my stream because he's a funny guy, and I like to ask permission first. Let's see. What's the name of the top of that one? Where is it? It's not showing up. It's not showing up. So many buttons. Why so many buttons? Why is it all weird? Why is it all weird? Why must you be weird? It's all weird. It's weirdly sized. This is what it is to being a streamer. See, you're always fuddling with stuff. For those who play the drinking game, there you go. First drink down the hatch. Go for it. Oh, it's got a weird cropping on it. Okay. That's what it is. All right, let me fix that weird cropping. Weird cropping. Write it. Stop with that. I don't want to see it. Get rid of that. There we go. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's see. Shrink this down a little bit here. You guys can't see anything I'm doing. Just be patient. Know that I'm making something awesome here. And 250. I'm cropping it down so we don't have to look at all the edges. I think that's good enough. That's good enough. Let's see if it's working now. There we go. Okay. Now, again, this is from earlier. I happen to be in Banlish's channel. By the way, if you have not gone over and throw Banlish a follow, make sure to throw him a follow. Now, again, mods, anytime I mention a streamer on stream, just go ahead and throw a link to their thing. And throw it in there 3 times, by the way, in the chat, so people make sure to get that link and then do it. Okay, so this is Banlish from earlier. So funny. Now, I went in there and I said, Banlish, man, because he's trying to do 365 days in a row. Right now he's at 313, right? Or actually, he probably wants to go longer. But I said, after you hit 365 and you get partnered, you're going to TwitchCon, even if I have to drive there, pick you up, and drive you to TwitchCon. And then I was talking about Storage Wars, and then he did this, and I absolutely lost it. It was so funny. So here we go. This is for you. This is for you guys, a special little treat. Here we go. So I was talking about Storage Wars. All right, there we go. That's a little highlight from Banlish's stream. Oh my god, makes me cry every time. So funny. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. There we go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. What do you guys think of that in the stream? So he's doing an impression of the guy named Daryl, who's on Storage Wars, one of my favorite shows to watch, until they made it all awkward and everything. So just totally just ripping them apart about how they have these ridiculous prices about stuff on that show, which is totally true. Totally true. Hey, Ancient Jay, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Hey, Kismet, how was TwitchCon? We've been talking about it all night, Norwich. It was fantastic. I had a fantastic time. So yes, next time I am going to capture Banlish and take him to TwitchCon. We're going to invade. I'm going to take my followers. He's going to take his followers, and we're going to totally invade TwitchCon next time. Hey, Captain Rex, my awesome member. Again, they're all hanging out you can see them right up here. They're all hanging on Discord saying, Kismet, you're talking too much. Talk to us. We're your team. Why aren't you talking to us? We're talking TwitchCon up in here. All right. I have no idea of the value of things. Me either. So they could say it's worth whatever, and I would believe them. But Banlish is like, nah, that's not. Your thing is not worth that at all. It's not totally worth that at all. Yeah, Banlish is great, isn't he, Rex? He is so good. So good. I love it when he goes on a rant or he does something where that just makes himself laugh. Right? I'm the same kind of way. I love to laugh. I love to just do silly stuff that makes me laugh. Not only just you guys, but me laugh as well. Always a fun time to go in there. So again, throw him some love over there as well. Tell him Kismet sent you over there. Yeah. $60 for this old moldy chair. I'd say $78 for a dead rat. There you go, Darwich. Good one, good one. All right, so that segue I was talking about earlier. I get sidetracked. Sidetracked, as you can tell. So yes, what was that segue? Well, let me go back and get Grayson. That's who it was. Grayson said I need to stream more. Now, this is the part where I'm going to get your guys' feedback, right? First thing I would like feedback on is, why do you watch my stream? Right? In one word, I want you to just think of one word, and then I want you to spam my chat with it, right? And if you think of another word, you can do it one word at a time in my chat. Why do you watch my stream? Because I was watching this person on the stage, and he really got to me, man. It really got to me. This guy who suffers from depression, he has a lot of other health issues, and you know what? He was at a point in his life where he just thought, that's it, I'm going to take my own life. And I'm going to get a little serious here, a little Kismet serious here for a second. And you know what he did is he said, you know what? I'm going to have a purpose to my stream. I'm going to have a purpose to it, right? And, you know, my thought was never to be a full-time streamer. My thought was never to do that. And I think actually that's the best way to come about becoming a streamer, right? It's not because you're doing it for the money or you're doing it for prestige or to be popular or any of those things. You have a 95% chance that that is not going to happen, by the way. You have a huge chance that you're not going to succeed, especially now when it's just so many people trying to be a big streamer, right? And you've got all these big established streamers that make it even tougher for you to move up the ranks, right? You should come at it because you love it, because you enjoy playing games, and most especially you enjoy talking with people like we're doing right now. We're having a conversation on the stream. And that's what you should come at it as, right? I could go make more money if I could still do it. I could make way more money being a graphic designer. I could make way more money being somebody who's into technology. I could make way more money just configuring computers for people and selling them to them. Not that I've ever done that, but I could do that, right? Or I could just be somebody who works in technology, go do, whatever within technology, become an engineer or do all those other things. You can make much more money doing that. But that's not where my passion is. That's not where my passion is. My passion is not about making money. And I've made a lot of money in my years. In my 20s, I made more than my dad did, who had worked at the same place for 40 years. So in my 20s. So I've been very successful in my career. You will find at a point, acquiring things is not more important than people. Those things are not very important. To me, having a nice car or a nice house and all those things is nice. I'm not going to say that it's not a nice, right? I've had those things. I've had them. They're nice. But they're not the most important thing. They shouldn't be the number one priority. If they're the number one priority, there's something going wrong there, right? I know people, and I've met lots of people and have worked for lots of people who were millionaires, and they were absolutely miserable. They were miserable millionaires. They had a big house and they had all the stuff, except for, they might have done something wrong, like cheated on their wife, or they might have, done some things that were the wrong things to do, drugs, alcohol, all of those things. And they were miserable. They were miserable. Money does not make you, does not give you instant happiness. You know what gives you instant happiness? Picking the most important thing, the one most important thing in your life, and making that the priority. Now, when I was young, all I cared about was money and design. That's all I cared about, and I acquired a lot of both of those things, right? And I spent all my money, and I went to the river all the time, and I would rent like 20 sea-doos and big boats, and we would go boating and sea-dooing and go there for go out to the river, Copper Canyon, and have parties and do all that kind of fun stuff. And yes, a whole bunch of beautiful women running around with clothing optional. Just saying, I'm an artist. I've seen it all anyway. You've seen one set, you've seen it all. As an artist, you're going to see a lot of that. So, it doesn't not a big thrill to me anymore. After you get past the initial shock of it when you're young. But, I had a great time. I spent a lot of money, did that. But if you're still at my age, if you're 46 and you're still doing that, you haven't quite transitioned to that adult. Now, of course, your life, you can do whatever you want. But for me, I could not see myself still doing that. I physically can't do it because of my health either. But if I could physically do it, I could not still see myself doing that, because at some point I had to choose. I had to choose between, again, we're getting a little real talk up in here. I had to choose between, do I want money and things more, or do I care about this person more? And it was so surprising to me that first I was smart enough to figure this out when I was young, and that I was bold enough to say, you know what? The most important thing in my life is this person, my wife, right? And I set my spouse as the most important thing in my life. She became, I'm getting a little emotional. She became the most important thing. And all that other stuff was irrelevant. Money, cars, things, jewelry, clothes, and I had $1,500 suits when I was young. I had lots of very expensive things. By the way, never going to wear a tie again. And I will not wear any suits if I can get away with it. But, I had very fine, nice things. Big deal. Everybody can work really hard and buy those really expensive things if they really want it bad. Not the super expensive thing, but you can buy a $500 suit. You can buy a really fancy car. Big deal. Big deal. See, when someone comes driving up with a Lamborghini, doesn't thrill me as much. It's a cool car. Cool. But it's not a thrill for me anymore, because I know what's more important in my life. More important is my wife. And once I set her as the center of my life, all the rest of those things were not as important, but actually worked themselves out even better. I worked more. I became the manager. I made even more money. She was making lots of money. We were making 6 figures combined, right? And just making lots and lots of money, going to 5-star hotels, doing all that stuff while I was young, which is the best time to do it, by the way. Do it while you're young, because when you're 70 and you can't get out of your wheelchair, you're going to regret that you didn't, right? And that's what I did. And I spent all of it. I spent it all. Because I didn't think I was going to live till past 20 or 30. I'm surprised I'm still alive today. I've been through some stuff, if you know what I mean. So getting some real talk up in here. Hey, Epic, what's up, buddy? Night, Kismet. Good night, Dark Angel. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, Kiz, I saw you at TwitchCon. Awesome, D&D. Why didn't you come up and say hello, bro? Why didn't you come up and say hello? Or did you come up and say hello and I just didn't remember it was you? Did you see me in the thing? I was actually tweeting it out and also sending it in the Twitch app at the same time. Thanks for hanging out. We got C.A. Bailey hanging out. Addicted, said Box Kicker. There we go. There's some awesome thing. So, family friendly. There you go. Family and friends over money. Right. Or just at the very least, set your spouse. A fly flying around in here. Hey, bad fly. Shoo fly. Shoo shoo. Shoo shoo. She she. Who dat? Fly away. I can always tell when someone has come in the back door because they always let a fly in here. I think it'd be buzzing me all night long. So I'll tell you if there's a fly in here. I don't care. I don't care. So one of the things, again, that guy really, going back to that guy, and I apologize. I apologize for not knowing that guy's name. Okay, actually, you guys know it. What's that guy's name? For those who were watching that Twitch thing, what was that guy's name? And again, I don't know some of the big streamers. I don't know the streamers who have 2.5 million. I don't watch people because they have 2.5 million people. I watch them because I think they connect with me. And I think that's the most important thing as a streamer, is connecting with people, right? And whether you have 5 people in here in your stream or whether you have 5,000, it is all about you, and it should be who you are, right? If you want to be a streamer, just be who you are. Don't try to be anybody else. Don't play a game just because it's popular. Play it because you love it, and there'll be people who come in your stream and fall in love with you as a streamer as well, which I've got a few people like that. I've got a few people who come in my stream, no matter what I'm streaming. No matter what I'm streaming, they will come in my stream and say, Kismet, we love what you're doing, even if you're just sitting here talking about TwitchCon for an hour. Or a couple hours now, sorry. Sorry if, again, if you're like, Kismet, why are you not playing the game? I will get back to playing the game. So that brings me to my next thing. So he had a purpose to what he does, right? His purpose was to help people with depression, to spread their love, that kind of love, and help people, right? And I think very organically in my stream, my purpose is to spread positivity, to have a safe place for people to go at the end of the day, right? You got a tough life. Everybody does. Everybody has tough things. I have tough health issues I have to deal with. Boba Fett Gaming 2! Speaking of awesome people, thanks for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet team. Let's show him lots of love in the chat, everybody. Let's show him lots of love. That's the way we roll up here. So having a safe place to go to at the end of the day, to relax, to unwind, to just be part of the silliness that happens in my stream, and hang around really amazing people who hang out in my chat all the time. I think that's my purpose here as a streamer, and that's what I'm going to continue to work for. Now, again, I didn't think that's what I was going to do as becoming a streamer. It just happened organically that I happen to be a positive person. I actually care about people. I care about whether in my channel, though, if you do troll me, my mods will destroy you. But trolling in my stream is like, throwing an ice cube in water. It's just totally irrelevant. I'm the worst person to troll because I don't really care. Kismet, I love what you're doing, says D&D. Stream, I also got my stream fixed and now able to stream more often. Awesome, D&D. Cool. Glad you got your stream rocking and rolling again. Hey, Alwater. Hello. Welcome. And hello, Boba Fett Gaming. Welcome, welcome. Getting a little foggy. Getting a little froggy up in here. Money can't buy you love. Absolutely not. It can buy you a whole bunch of nice things. I just tell you, I bought a $5,000 TV before. Lasted me 13 years. Big Mitsubishi. Rear screen. Was one of the greatest TVs I ever had. Lasted me an incredibly long time. I bought me a $400 TV the other day, or a couple years ago, and had to buy it again the other day, is what I was going to say. And it only lasted me like 2 years, which really irritated me. It irritated me that I bought this cheap TV, and it only lasted a couple years, and I bought this really expensive one, and it lasted me 13 years. Eventually, that TV, by the way, you would turn it on, and it would take like an hour for it to warm up. So if you wanted to watch a program at 7 o'clock, you had to turn the TV on at 6, so it would warm up by 7. It was one of those big old giant TVs, right? So I've had those nice things. I've actually had a car I ordered from the factory. That's right. I ordered it and it said, this car is especially made for Kismet, right? Which actually has my real name on there. But it said, this car is especially made for Kismet, right? So I've done those big fancy things. And you know what? About after 5 years into having that car, it's just a car. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if I have a big fancy car. Maybe a couple people. Oh, look at that nice car, right? But nobody cares. And by the way, I still have that car 16 years later. Still runs. Still runs perfectly good. Perfectly good. Love that car. I don't drive it very much, though. I have vertigo. I can't drive very far anymore now. Anyway, even if I could, if I did want to drive it, I can't go very far. But again, I've had those great successes. And I'm not telling you that to brag or whatever. I'm just telling you that that should not be the most important thing in your life. You should have positivity because that'll build momentum in your life. So don't let the negative people, don't take their negativity and put it on your shoulder, right? You know what you do? You brush that negativity off. Don't take that negativity like a big old brick and stick it in your backpack, in your negativity backpack, and carry around their negativity. You know what you do? Throw that backpack off. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about their negativity. Don't carry their negativity around. Stay positive. And you will watch as things transform in your life. Like for me, the thing that was the worst problem I had recently is my health. And I had to stay positive because my doctors weren't helping me. All I could do was lay down all the time. And sometimes I would get up, I would play some games with my team, and then I'd lay back down again. And then about a year ago, I started playing Fallout Shelter on the stream. And I started really liking that. And I would just stream for just a few hours, right? Just a few hours in the day. And then I would stop streaming. And then maybe later in the week, I would stream for just a few more hours, and then started to build up a momentum where I could stream for longer. Like right now, I'm going to probably stream for about a total 6 hours tonight because we're going to go till 3 o'clock, and I'm going to tell you that why. And I keep leading you to this place. Now, the next thing I wanted to do, of course, was get your guys' feedback. So we're going to talk a little bit. By the way, I'm going to repeat this just a little bit when I get to Fallout later for all of my other people who come in for Fallout. But here's the thing. I thought, instead of streaming longer, I would stream more. So, always someone trying to upstage me. This fly is trying to upstage me in here. You know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get one of those rackets that are electrified. And if I ever see a fly in here again, I'm like, bzzz, I'm going to get him. Going to get him. Trying to upstage. Trying to upstage me. I need chopsticks. Wouldn't that be awesome if I did that on stream? Right? I had some chopsticks. Whoa! That'd be an instant meme. The streamer on stream gets this fly with the chopsticks. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Thanks for the host, DND. Appreciate it big time. Kismet for president. No, that's a tough job. I don't want that job. That'd really make my hair go white. I don't want to know some of that stuff. That's scary stuff to know. Kez, I'm back. That's right, Jake. I am back having a fantastic time. We're just doing something different tonight. We're just talking about TwitchCon, by the way. Not doing much gaming, not hanging out with my team very much. Just talking about TwitchCon. I'm standing in game right now, but we're talking about TwitchCon, and now I'm at the point where I'm asking for you guys' feedback. Again, for those, yeah, internet meme. There you go. Totally. That would have been awesome. Catch him with the chopsticks. By the way, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, Karate Kid. Go watch that movie. Not the new one's pretty good, but the old one, the original, you know, Mr. Miyagi, he's the best. I'm telling you. Though I did like the new one. The new one was decent. It was okay, but it's not as good as the original, I think. But I'm old school, so what can I say? So I wanted your guys' feedback. So again, what do you guys like most about my stream? Use one word. I'm going to do it one more time. Use one word of what you like about my stream and throw it in the chat. Now, if you have a couple words you want to use, throw it in the chat separately. So put one word in there and say, Kismet, this is what I like about your stream. The thing you like the most. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be getting feedback from you guys. So again, I'm going to be streaming more instead of longer, right? So I'm going to stream, hold that point. The Monkey General has dropped the Dragon Hammer, crushed the follow button, and became part of the Kismet team. Welcome, welcome. Speaking of Kismet team, we may be changing that as well, which we'll talk about. So we're having some real talk tonight. We're talking about TwitchCon. We're trying all that. I'm definitely going to be playing some Fallout, Jake. I'm going to be playing it as I normally do at midnight, right up there. There's the timer. 1 hour and 5 minutes. I'm not getting much SWTOR in tonight. This is going to be just kind of some real talk or feedback time tonight. So yes. Oh, look at all those awesome things in there. So yes, what do you like about my stream? Now, the thing I want to be is I want to be the best streamer ever. I want to be the best one. Not because I'm better than everybody who would think I'm arrogant and think, you know, oh, I'm better than all these other streamers. It's because I'm going to work harder at it than anybody else. I'm going to put every last minute I have into being the best streamer. So, because becoming the best streamer is a bit of being lucky. It might be because you're young and good looking, or you might have some cleavage you can show on the stream. I'm just saying, I'm sure it would help you, but I'm not saying do that. For me, it's going to take a lot more because I'm older. I don't have those kind of, you know, good looking young kid charm, right? I have the, I am who I am. I'm going to bring positivity. That's what I want to do in my stream, right? That's what I want to do, right? Because I'm going to work harder at it than anybody. I'm going to keep bringing graphics to you guys. I'm going to work harder before the stream so that when I do stream, we're doing all sorts of fun stuff like we're doing right now. We're having a big feedback. We're having a big session because I care about what you guys think about the stream. And if you want to be great at something, and there's another, you know, kind of real talk up on my soapbox for a moment thing, that by yourself, you can be good at something. You might even be great, but you're not going to be truly great at something until you can work with other people. And that's the leader in me talking. Now, I've led my team for over 14 years. I've had over 14 years. I've had over 800 members over that time. And there's something I've learned, that I'm not the best at any game. I'm not better at anything better than my members. There's one of my members, at least one, if not most of my members, who are better at just about everything in every game we play. But what am I good at? I'm good at facilitating putting great people together, right? That's what I do best. I take people who are incredible tanks, who are incredible healers, who are incredible team players, and I put them together, like that guy running around right there. Where'd he go? Look, they're like ninjas that disappeared. Over there. There he is, Master Bellina. Hanging out. What's up, buddy? Just hanging out. Hanging out. Who is that? Hey, Fell's on. Wow, look at all these awesome people on right here. Look at all these people. It's Alter. What's up, Alter? Alter hanging out. Throw the old Kismet bow action going on here. Let's go. Boom. There we go. Bow, not the thing, though. Let me turn the proper direction here. There we go. This is how I greet my members, with a bow. There we go. There we go. Hey, Sister Wolf, thank you so much for the host. It's me, Tavark. Oh, Tavark. You're so sneaky with your naming. Sneaky, sneaky. Tavark in there. Thought it was Alter. Alter. Oh, Alter, you are Tavark. That's right. That's right. My brain. My brain, I'm telling you. If I forget your name, I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names. But you can tell me something about a game and I'll remember it. That's the weirdest thing about me. You can tell me about maps. You can tell me some obscure detail. Like, great example. Obscure detail. You ready? I'm going to tell you an obscure detail about this. Notice how he's got his thumb up like this? I found this out, by the way. You guys told me on the stream, but also this guy at that, where I bought this wallet, by the way, which is super cool. He told me the reason why you do this is so you can cover the nuclear blast, right? So you put your thumb over the nuclear blast so you can tell basically how far it is away, or you can cover it up so you don't burn your eyes out. So there you go, a little trivia that I learned. So what I'm planning to do, and I want to get your guys' feedback on this. So what I'm planning to do is go and stream less amount of time, but more per week. So here's the thing. If I stream from 9 to 3 a.m., I can sleep, then stream more before my kids get home. So I could actually stream more often and have more hours streaming if I don't stream as late. So if I only stream till 3, then I can sleep and then get up like at 11, 12 o'clock and then stream for a few hours and stream different games as well. I can stream a retro night for Fallout. I could, of course, get back to playing some Fallout Shelter, which I'm practically shaking that I can't play that game because I usually don't have enough time. It also gives me more time to work on guides and those kind of things. So what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think about me just streaming from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m.? What do you guys think of that? Now, I'm going to do that tonight as a test, by the way. But what do you guys think of that? What do you think of that? And then I'll go ahead and add back in Mondays so you guys can watch me. That'll be like a team day night. So if you want to watch Fallout, I probably won't do Fallout on Mondays. And I'll let you know what I'm doing on each day. Of course, I'll do a schedule down below and rearrange all my schedule stuff so you'll know what's going on every day. But on Mondays, I'll be hanging out with my team. We'll be raiding, and I'll be streaming that for you guys as well. Okay? And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, be our normal, half team games and then half Fallout for 3 hours and then 3 hours. And then add back in Thursday, and then Thursday can be like our retro night, right? So I'll be in there and I'll be playing Fallout 3 or Fallout 1 or Fallout whatever, or playing some Doom or playing some XCOM or playing whatever we feel. And of course some Fallout Shelter in there as well. But probably Fallout Shelter I'll probably do earlier in the day. And then probably some bonus stuff on Thursdays. Now, of course, Fridays I need off because I have to hang out with my family and help my wife and stuff. But maybe Fridays during the day, I can do a little bit of streaming there too. And, of course, keep Saturday, Sunday. So, in theory, I will be streaming every single day. In theory. In theory, you'll have more Kismet, more different games that we'll be playing together. So, what do you guys think of that? Give me some feedback. Put that in there. We got Jake in there that says, be happy about that, but you get mods. Talking about Fallout 4. So, give me some feedback in there. Well, give me some feedback in that chat. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and grab all those keywords that you guys put in there. Got Jake hanging out. What's up, Jake? Playing some Fallout. Oh, that's what you were describing me as. Okay, I see. Knows that game talk show is a category on Twitch. Is it? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Now, normally I don't do game talk show. Normally I'm in theory doing some Star Wars: The Old Republic. I'm just kind of standing here. But in theory, here we go. Copy all that stuff as well. So I'm copying down all these keywords that you guys are putting down in an effort to make my stream better. So that's what I want. I want your guys' feedback. Now, if you can think of things, you come in here. Now, it's okay to be honest with me. Don't be mean, but you can be respectful and give honest feedback. And I prefer to get honest feedback than sugar-coated feedback, which I do appreciate. But if you could say, Kismet, if you did this, your stream would really be awesome. You know, I thought about this for you the other day, Kismet, and I think that would be great on your stream, right? Or if you did this, especially my mods, hey, if you guys see something that I missed in the channel, right, like someone asked a question or whatever, grab that question, resend it to me again. You can even whisper it to me, then it will highlight in a different color so I don't miss what people are saying, things like that. So what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of me streaming from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m.? Let me know on that as well in the chat. Let me know. All right. So what else? We talked about my stream's purpose, which I think is just to have a safe place to hang out and have fun, hanging out with other awesome people. But man, and again, I'm just like so overwhelmed with all the stuff I want to do and so overwhelmed with all the nice people that come into my stream and all the people who donated and all the people I met at TwitchCon, just so overwhelmed, but in such a nice way. In such a nice way that I have so many amazing things that I want to do, and I have so much passion and drive for it that I could literally do it for months and months and months and not run out of stuff that I want to do. at least a half a year at this point, which I'm sure by the time I get a couple months into that, I'll have another half a year's worth of stuff I want to do. Because, of course, I want to do a bunch of different series and stuff like that. But you be streaming in the daytime, Kismet. I'm at school till 2:30 and full-time college student. Ah, well, there we go, Jake. Well, I'll still be streaming at night. I'll still be streaming my normal time. I'll be streaming, I think on Mondays, I was thinking of doing from about 8 o'clock from when my team comes online till about midnight. Then my normal time on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and then on Thursday, the same thing, kind of like 8 o'clock to midnight. This way I can go to sleep, or I can at least work after the stream to work on videos so that you guys still have all the tip videos and all that stuff. And I still need to get my Fallout Shelter videos out there. I still need to get my IRL channel that I'm working on. I still need to do my Catching Up with Star Citizen, and then also all my guides for my members and for you guys on Star Wars: The Old Republic. So full plate of stuff to do, right? Full plate, and that is a wonderful thing to be. That's a wonderful thing. It's a bit stressful, but it's a wonderful thing to have that, to have something that you have a passion for and that you want to do. So there we go. There we go. Hey, Final Nightmare, what's up? What's up? I think it's a good idea, kids, as long as you help spend time with your family. Absolutely, Jake. I do spend time with my family see, if I get up, I stream a little bit, then my kids come home around 2, 3 o'clock. Then I spend time with them like I did today. I went with them on a bike ride. I was going to get them ices, but their icy machine was broken. I drove out to get them some ices, and that was the day their icy machine was broken. So I got to take them out tomorrow for ices. So, yes, I try to hang out with my kids. So, let's see. Anything else? It'll be 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Yeah, 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Sorry, did I say 6? My bad. Yeah, it's very important, by the way, to spend time with your family, with your spouse. I am notoriously bad about saying, I'll be there in about 10 minutes. And, you know, in game time, 10 minutes is like 2 hours from now. Because there's like a warp time reality, right? It's kind of like when you're watching like sports events or when you're doing whatever else, right? You're like, okay, I'll be there in a minute. And then like 2 hours gone by, now the sporting event is over, or you're playing a game, hanging out with your friends, and then all of a sudden all this time has gone by. All this time has gone by. Fly in here. All this time has gone by, and then you suddenly realize, oh my gosh, I just told that person I was going to be there in a minute or to be there in 10 minutes, and now it's like hours later, right? It's kind of like, there we go. Oh, don't worry about it, Jake. Don't worry about it, buddy. Get that fly. Get him. Get him with my box. My iPhone box. So now, here's a little trick of flies. Now, it doesn't work at nighttime. But during the daytime, let me teach you a little fly trick, which I can't do at night. What you do is you turn off the lights in a certain room. And you turn the lights on in another room. Then what happens is the fly will fly to the light. So then you take them to another room, and then you close the door to the previous room you were in. Then you go to the door, you open the door, and you turn the lights out. You know what it will do? It will fly right out of your house outside, and then you close the door. Which doesn't work so good at night. But I'm going to try it here in a second. I might turn off all my monitors, and then flip all the lights off and see if I can walk him out of here. If he keeps bugging me, I'm going to do that. Or I'm going to knock him out with his box if he comes too close. Get him. We'll see. Real talk, feedback, and flies. That's our theme for tonight. There we go. So if you guys think that's a good idea, I think that's what I'm going to do. That's kind of what I have an idea on. Some other goals of mine. We're going to talk about the goals below the stream. Oh, yes, my favorite part. All right, everybody. For those who've been in my stream for a very long time, it is time. It is time right now to mark off some goals that you guys have helped me do, right? That you have helped me achieve here on my stream. We're going to do that right now, right below the stream. We are going to take a look at those goals. Let's see if I can get them to come up here. Boom. Now, because I can't just strike them out right now, I have to actually change the graphics because I made them into graphics as opposed to just being text. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to talk about those that I'm going to strike out. And by the time I stream on Saturday, these will all be updated. By the way, I do apologize for everybody who is had donated and all that stuff. Oh, in Inception, it's me talking to me again. I was trying to pull up my channel. I do apologize to everybody who had been my 4,700 follower, as well as everybody who's donated. Obviously, I did not have enough time to update it because I was going to TwitchCon. I've been at TwitchCon the whole time, but I will update your names and I will put you in there. Don't worry about it. I absolutely will not forget you. Will not forget you in there. So, yes, so some of my goals, and let's get in there. Let's look at our goals here. Find my goals thing. Right here. Boom. There it is. All right. So my goals were to get 1,000 followers. Well, we crushed that, right? We crushed that. We're already almost 5,000 now. When we hit that 5,000, we're going to have an insane party up in here. Then I also want to get partnered with Curse Gaming. Now, did that happen in a month? No. Did it happen in 3 months? Nope. Did it happen in 6 months? Nope. 8 months? Nope. 12 months? Just over 12 months. It took me to get partnered with them. And that was making a ton of YouTube videos. Ton of them. All about gaming. Not able to monetize them. Just making them because I love them. Just because I wanted to put out guides for you guys. So I got partnered with Curse Union for Gamers. Which means now I'm a pro gamer. I consider myself a noob pro gamer. I know it's kind of oxymoron, but there you go. So I consider myself a noob pro gamer, but I am officially a pro gamer because I'm getting paid to game now, right? Or at least make gaming videos, right? So yeah, I consider myself a professional at that. And you need to do the same thing in your career. When you transition from being in school or learning about what you want to do and somebody pays you to do it, you just became a professional what you do. And then you should treat yourself like a professional, right? You should treat it like a job, like, hey, this is what I do, what I love to do. Of course, when it's what you love to do, it doesn't feel like a job. It feels like you're getting away with something, right? It feels like you're getting away with something. So yes, we've got that. Now, the other thing was to get to TwitchCon. And that one I'm going to mark off. We have done that. We have rocked it. Now, another thing that happens to me, not all the time here in Star Wars: The Old Republic, but very often in Fallout, is I have more than 100 people in my channel all the time. Now, if you have some people you want to turn on to the channel, if you want to retweet, if you want to share my videos or share my tweets out to people, that does help a lot. It does help me tremendously. Now, what I'd like to do, of course, is get to 100 and then try to push up to 200 each time because that's what's going to get me partnered when I can keep a consistent 3-digit people in the stream. So that is my goal. And if you'd like to help me toward that goal, that is awesome. If you would like to just chill out in the channel and not worry about that at all, that is also just fine with me. I don't mind if you do, but you don't have to. I don't require anybody to donate. I don't require anybody to participate if you don't want to. But if you want to, you've got the option. So there we go. So I'm going to be marking that one off as well. Now, I've been holding steady, so close to that 1,000 followers on YouTube. I am so close. I'm 50 away. Now, for some strange reason, I get really close to that 1,000, and then it goes down by 1 or 2, and then I get a couple more. And it's been kind of going up and down, 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2 for about a month. I don't know. It's frustrating. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 so I can mark that one off too. But again, if you have anybody who you think would like my YouTube channel, feel free to refer them. Feel free to share my YouTube channel and say, hey, go check Kismet out. You know, he spends hours and hours, and actually hundreds of hours, on those guides for you guys. Go over there and throw him a subscribe. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. So I'm going to, utilize the people who love my channel and say, look, if you want to participate, go for it. If not, that is your option, all right? That is your option. There we go. Kismet, it's your channel. You are the content creator, but you need to structure your time so that it works for you and your priorities, right? But I also like to get feedback from the community. I think that is a respectful thing to do. I think that's a respectful thing to do as a streamer, as you guys come in my stream all the time, and to let you know what's going on and what I'm thinking and get your guys' feedback. I don't think you can be truly great at something if you're not open to people's feedback. If you're going to be a streamer and you don't want any feedback from anybody else, you'll never be truly great at it, I don't think. Because I think all the streamers that I met anyway were open to feedback, we're open to talking to people, we're opening to being better at what they do. In fact, the people who, like me, were smaller streamers, and one of the ladies I talked to, she was just like, I got 100 followers, yay, I got 100 followers. And I remember that moment. I remember the moment when I had 100 followers. Right? And I remember how special that was to me. And I remember my first follower, Anglob Sum, my longest running member. When I changed my accounts from Justin TV to Twitch, right, I had to make a whole new account. So all the people who had followed me over there, I had to let that go, which is a huge bummer. But he came over and said, Kismet, boom, there you go. There's your first follow. And I appreciate that, right? He's also my first legendary donator. Donated $100 and said, Kismet, I believe in what you're doing, bro. You got 1 follower and you got $100. Go for it, bro. And I said, I'm going to use it wisely. I'm going to use it wisely. I'm going to get a camera. I'm going to get a microphone. And that's what I did. And that's what I did, thanks to him. And thanks to everybody along the way that has hit that follow button. And then also sent in your suggestions. So again, if you're too shy, that's okay. If you're too shy to put it in the chat, suggestions or anything that you think I should do on stream, feel free to whisper me. Whisper me here on Twitch, and I'll put it in there, and you can click on it. Let me put it in the chat. Boom. There we go. Whisper me via Twitch your suggestions. Say, Kismet, man, if you did this on the stream or have a suggestion for a segment, or even if you have some suggestions for my YouTube channel, like, hey, you know, I would like to see this video, or if you could go over, you know, your video talked about this really good, but, you know, I really don't understand this other thing, you know, maybe about how to do production in Fallout Shelter, or how you do crafting here in Star Wars The Old Republic, or how did you get the guild ship, or how did you do something in XCOM, or how do you do something in whatever game, or in general, how do you be a streamer? How do you be whatever? If you have any suggestions or ideas, I'm open to them. So feel free to whisper those to me if you're too shy to say them in chat. All right? And you can always give me feedback. I take feedback. I take ideas from the people who watch my stream. Because I think, one, that's respectful. And the only way I'm going to be the best streamer there ever was is to take feedback from you guys, right? To improve upon it. Jake says, Kiz, what you going to do for Halloween? Great question. I am going to walk my kids around and watch them get lots and lots of candy that my wife is going to let them have about 10 pieces of and then take it all away. That's exactly what I'm doing for Halloween. Now, I don't dress up for Halloween. I did when I was a kid. But I don't know. At some point, I think it was about 15 or 16, that Halloween just lost all the thrill for me. I don't know. I just wasn't into it. And I'm not a person who's into scary games or into scary stuff or being spooky and all of that stuff. I'm just not into it. I don't know why. I mean, I was totally into it when I was a kid. I used to, you know, have a whole Spider-Man outfit and all the different outfits for Halloween. But I'm not a big cosplay guy. I'm not a big dress-up kind of guy. I don't dress up as things. Like, you won't see me do too many characters. Of course, when I'm doing Star Citizen, I might get me a cowboy hat for when I'm doing some space trucking, right? I might do that. We'll see. Maybe, I don't know. You never know. Maybe I'll show up one day in like a, you know, some sort of banana suit or something. I saw a guy at TwitchCon. He was dressed up as a banana. It was awesome. It was awesome. But I'm not much of a character. I'm just who I am, which is, I guess, is that kind of a character. But I'm just who I am. Oh, thanks for the feedback, Darwich. I'm gonna definitely take that down. Appreciate it. I'm going to go with my niece and get candy and sell mine for money. There you go, Jake. There you go. Turn around and make yourself some money back. People spend thousands of dollars on candy sometimes during Halloween. Crazy. Crazy ton. Crazy ton of cash. So, yes. And speaking of crazy, Crazy hanging out in the chat. What's up, Crazy? All right, so there we go. I want to enlist your guys' feedback on my channel. Know that at any time, you're welcome to give me feedback. I'm going to mark off those accomplishments. I already showed you the ban list video. Let's see. And again, I talked about I'm going to show you guys all my videos first on stream before, at least my tip videos and also any kind of highlights or anything like that on the stream first. So you guys are going to see it first. Now, when am I going to start this schedule, right? When am I going to start the new schedule? Well, I'm going to start it on Saturday. This gives me a few days to catch up now that I'm back from TwitchCon. I can get some more videos done. I can get all the stuff that I do behind the scenes done. And then get that rocking and rolling before I start that new schedule. And then I can update all the graphics, because whenever I change anything, I have to go through and I have to update all the graphics, update all my donators, update all that stuff. All of that stuff will take at least 2 or 3 days to get all that stuff in place so that we can start off on Saturday and then just start rocking and rolling. Tons and tons of streams. And then also I'm to the point where I'm just about where I'm updating today's stream. Like right now I'm recording this. I can update today's stream and actually send it out to YouTube the same day. So I can upload it right after I'm done with the stream. I can take it and start uploading it. So you guys will get it right away. If you should happen to miss the stream, if you have to go to sleep or whatever, you know you can always find it on my YouTube channel eventually. Eventually. So every single stream, that is my goal, to upload every single stream that I do for you guys. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. And hey, Ghost Robo, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Or Ghost? Yeah, Ghost Robo hanging out. Ghost chilling out. All right, we're having lots of real talk up in here. Real talk up in here. So that's what I was thinking about. What else we got here? We talked about feedback, your thoughts and ideas, what the purpose of my stream is. I think the purpose of my stream is to bring positivity in people's lives, to make it where they can come in here, chill out. You know, maybe they had health problems like me, maybe get a little bit of inspiration about that. You know, play some games, learn some awesome stuff along the way, and just chill out with an amazing community, which I have. Which I have the greatest community. And everybody says that, but I believe it. I totally do. I totally believe it. Let's see. Feedback. And again, don't sugarcoat that feedback. You don't have to sugarcoat it for me. I've been a graphic designer for a long time. You can just tell me like it is. Kismet, I really hate it when you do this, but I really would love it if you did this, right? Make sure if you say something you dislike that you also add something that you would like to see. Now, whenever you're giving feedback as well, a little feedback tip, both in graphic design, every graphic designer knows this. Whenever you're giving feedback, make sure that you tell how to solve the problem in your feedback, right? So if you say, like a great example, Star Citizen, right? They have a website over there that allows you, if you own a package, to go and sign up for it, right? You can sign up and be part of it if you have a package. Like you can join our organization, the Kismet organization on Star Citizen, right? But if you don't have a package, you can't sign up. So I go in there and I say, you know, it really sucks that my members can't sign up for this because they want to sign up for it, and then eventually, you know, they don't have the money now, but they will eventually buy the game later on and play it. So they want to be part of it, though, because then, you know, the more people that sign up for it, the more momentum we have, and then we know a whole bunch of people are going to play when it comes out, right? So I told them that's a bad idea. And then I said, how do I solve the idea, right? Because people are worried about that people are going to inflate their numbers and all of that stuff, right? And I said, well, that's simple. You just let them go in, and if they don't have a package, they don't count towards your guild numbers. But at least they can be part of the organization, even if they are not officially counted as your total members with packages, right? Which is totally a perfect solution for that.